Doctor Who is back for its second of the three-part 60th anniversary special, and well, was it as bad as the Star Beast, the one that just took all of the headlines for just how atrociously it was written, how overwhelmingly nefarious it was with pushing the message? There's no way that they could go back-to-back weeks, end up burning two of the specials by simply doing things that would not just turn off the remaining fan base, but also ruin the mythos. They couldn't possibly do that again, right? Russell T. Davies and David Tennant, right? The egomaniacal writer and the 10th and 14th Doctor tease shocking Doctor Who special Wild Blue Yonder. That is the name of this second special, and, well, it really wasn't all that shocking. Basically, the plot synopsis is, okay, the Doctor and Donna have to outwit evil clones of one another. Okay, wow, we've seen that story told time and time again. But what's, grabbing the headlines right now? Two specific instances of putting the message over the substance of the writing. Latest Doctor Who special from Russell T. Davies, race swaps real-world historical figure Isaac Newton. Okay, just add him to the list. What's even the point? Okay, because there's Isaac Newton. The man who discovered and named and quantified gravity, or in this case, Mavity, because that's really good writing. Don't worry, that's not going to be the last instance of some real quality writing that we're going to see out of the guy who is a totally different individual than the guy who resuscitated the franchise in 2005. I don't know, did he have a lobotomy in the past few years? Oh no, that's just the metastasization of the woke mind virus. The neoliberal hits just keep rolling for Doctor Who. As the first of returning showrunners, Russell T. Davies' new special saw the series' titular protagonist raked over the coals of identity politics. The Doctor's latest outing has seen him come face-to-face with a race-swapped version of the real-world historical figure, Isaac Newton. Fuck it. Why? Why did you have to do this? But we know exactly why, okay? To show white people how unimportant race is when it comes to erasing white history, because if, I don't know, Doctor Who decided to do a special on fucking peanut butter or something like that, and George Washington Carver looked like me, I think that they would probably have an issue with that. One of the more perfect examples, I think, from earlier this year was the casting decision of Disney to go ahead and hire a real Hawaiian for the live-action Lilo and Stitch, but for the crazy people that are out there that thinks that race is simultaneously not important when it's affecting white people, but then at the same time the most intrinsic and important character they could possibly manifest in the real world, and go after and attack the actress for not being dark enough. She's like 100% Hawaiian. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but here we are, man. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Premiering on the BBC on December 2nd, and bearing the title Wild Blue Yonder. The long-running sci-fi series' most recent adventure finds both the Doctor and Donna being sent on a ride across time and space following the TARDIS' accidental coffee spill-related activation, as seen during the conclusion of the last special, The Star Beast. But the less everybody remembers about that, probably the better for your long-term sanity. But before the audience is made aware of the pair's current whereabouts, the episode opens on a shot of a dark-skinned, curly-haired man exiting his abode in England sometime during the fair weather months of the year 1666. My mistake. Upon his exit, the man is portrayed by half-Indian actor Nathaniel Curtis, Brian in The Witcher Blood Oh my Christ, oh my, nobody who ever worked on that, nobody has their name attached to that dog shit should ever find work ever again, is met by an elderly woman, ostensibly a housekeeper of sorts, who pauses to greet him. "Ah, 'tis a glorious day, sir. England at its finest," as the as of yet unidentified man replies before informing the woman of his plans of the day involve going to yonder apple tree, there to contemplate the mysteries of God's universe. Or I guess the way that he would have delivered this, "To yonder apple tree, there to contemplate the mysteries of God's universe," because it's current year in history. That's told by the usurpers. Once there, the man is struck in the head by an apple. The first major hint to the man who, among numerous scientific achievements, most notably formulated his theory of gravity after experiencing the historical fruit assault before being bombarded by more as they're shaken from the tree's branches in a sudden crash arrival of the TARDIS. Understandably, taken aback by the time machine's arrival, the man rushes to check the site, only to be met by equally confused occupants. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, okay? That seems like, fairly bog standard fare for Doctor Who if it was just going to be, like a run-of-the-mill episode. Why do you have to race swap Isaac Newton and then also make him retarded? As the Doctor returns to his returns his attentions to recalibrating the TARDIS, Donna then fills the air by playfully asserting with their new acquaintance. But it's got to be said, Mr. Isaac Newton, that you, above all others, can appreciate the gravity of the situation. Get it? Upon the completion of her pun, the TARDIS then fires back up, whisking the Doctor and Donna away and leaving Newton standing alone in the apple orchard. Watching as the pair depart, Newton is ultimately left to wander on the name of the new scientific concept, asking himself, what was that delightful word, Havity, before ultimately deciding on a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the mouth. Oh no, right, Mavity. Mavity is what they settle on. Fucking Christ, bro. But yeah, just in case you forgot, there's real Isaac Newton, and for all intents and purposes, this was supposed to be the real Isaac Newton. This wasn't an alternative interpretation of events. This was supposed to be, yes, the same mathematician, one of the most legendary physicists of all time. And like I said at the beginning, it's also a bit canon breaking. Interestingly, Davies' race swapping of Isaac Newton, the Doctor, in Doctor Who, presents not only a break from the real-world history, but from the series' own canon. Big shocker on that one. As seen in the featured illustrations included within the Lonely Computer short story published to the series' official website in 2008, when RTD was still working on the franchise at the time, so something he probably should have been aware of at the time, but it's current day. Don't worry about it. That was a long 15 years is a long time. Historically accurate classical depiction of Newton is among the many historical figures whom the 10th Doctor and Donna discover trapped in the alien Momus on Planet 12 of the Rhydon Alliance. There's the picture right there. As you can see, a whole bunch of historical and some fictional characters as well, but there you can see said picture right there. Donna's also included, William Churchill, Plato, Cleopatra, Mozart, and Sir Isaac Newton, among other people. Side profile of a couple of them, leave me a little bit perplexed, but okay, a race swap in a BBC production, okay? Color me surprised. What is it? A day that ends in Y. But that's all right. Okay, so we haven't had anything specifically be an affront to Doctor Who fans, because again, yeah, you can go ahead and explain that away. Maybe it was an alternate Earth or a different timeline or something like that. You can go ahead and just explain some stuff away. But how about breaking well-established lore into only make sure that you properly lay the groundwork for the incoming 15th Doctor? How about that? Not because, like the new Doctor's going to be of a certain way or anything like that, but no. Just because the actor playing the role, well, it's more important because, well, he was specifically hired for certain immutable characteristics. Doctor Who says Sir Isaac Newton was so hot in a hint at his sexuality. Man, I would just love it. Okay, like, I did a trailer reaction for House of the Dragon Season 2. I'm really looking forward to that, even more so than one of the more famous trailers that got released. Oh my god, GTA 6, the new trailer's come out, guys. It's gonna be fantastic in 2 years' time, and trust me, it's not coming out in 2025. Do you remember, when GTA 5 was first announced? Yeah, it was supposed to come out in 2011. I had to wait an additional 2 years. It's probably going to be the first GTA that I haven't bought on release since San Andreas. But the trailer looked fine and whatever, and then just also going back to House of the Dragon, I'm really looking forward to it, mostly because the first season was well written, it didn't insult the fans, and it provided the spectacle that you were hoping it would. Outside of one flumpy episode 9 sucks a bag of dicks, it wasn't heavy on the message. It was about telling the tale of what would end up happening at that certain point in time of history in the feudal medieval life in a fictional setting, obviously with dragons over the top of it, and how cutthroat that scenario was. It's a good story, it's a faithful story, and it had very few modern dayisms attached to it. That's why I kind of like it. It's just a good ass story. Now, if everybody could have that for their favorite franchises, And I know Doctor Who was a lot of people's favorite franchise, and David Tennant was a lot of people's favorite Doctor, so to just bring the old cast back together only to just shit on and rewrite their history. Like I said in my previous Doctor Who video, I feel bad for you guys because there are very few franchises, there are very few entertainment avenues that haven't been corrupted by the mind virus. He traveled across time and space, but in his latest adventures, the Doctor has revealed a previously unseen dimension of his character. He says he finds Sir Isaac Newton hot. Yeah, that Doctor specifically, who spent the rest of his years with a terrible case of one-itis over Rose, his first companion, only to come back and, better part of 2 decades later to only profess his love for cock. David Tennant stepped back into the TARDIS to be the 14th Doctor for a Doctor Who anniversary specials, made the hint about his sexuality in a remark to Catherine Tate, who returns as his assistant, Donna Noble. They have been asked to make a comeback for the 60th anniversary. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get to fucking stupid Dialog, which I thought, okay, for people who are more familiar with the franchise, I thought that they had a very high opinion of Russell T Davies, at least in the form that he could write good dialogue, but I'll just let you decide if this is something that would seem natural, flowing, or even well-written in any form or fashion. In the exchange scene between the viewers on Saturday night, Donna said, "Is it just me, or was Isaac Newton hot?" She's married? And why the fuck would that, why would that even okay, whatever. Maybe we don't have the full context, okay? Maybe with a rogue TARDIS floating around all of the cosmos, they have nothing better to do than discuss one person that they met and whether or not he is attractive enough. The Doctor replied, "He was, wasn't he? He was so hot. Oh, is that who I am now?" Just reinforcing that the Doctor is everything, everywhere, all at once, not hearkening a much better fictional tale than whatever the fuck this is. Donna added, "Well, it was never too far from the surface, mate. I always thought you..." Yeah, I always thought you, the guy who in every other previous incarnation, sans one and one in the future, had a very straight flair to him. But of course, it's the BBC. Of course, it's an ideological writer. And of course, you have an incoming gay black man in Ncuti Gatwa. You can see pictured right there. So of course, you need to make the Doctor everything. But then at the same time, in trying to appeal to everybody, what's the old saying? You end up appealing to no one. And what kind of a knock-on effect are these atrociously received specials having on what's left of the fan base? Is bringing back the most popular, arguably, the most popular Doctor in modern franchise history. Is it doing something good? Is it setting fertile ground for Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor to come through? Abso-fucking-lutely not, because we have the ratings pulled up, and guys, it's not good. It is not good at all. So when Jodie Whittaker's, Dr. Karen regenerated, that drew 5.3 million viewers in the UK, okay? That's where it premiered. It ended up 5th on the night, mostly because people just wanted to see the old bitch fucking disintegrate and then just see what the fuck's gonna end up happening in the aftermath. And then, yeah, with all of the bad press leading up to it, mostly brought on by Russell T Davies and several of his interviews, more on that in my previous video on this if you're so inclined, it didn't even do as much. Bringing back the most popular Doctor didn't even eclipse the previous basement that Jodie Whittaker had set. Fantastic stuff. And then, yes, Wild Blue Yonder ended up losing more ratings, finishing 11th on the night. Do you think? There's a possibility. There's a possibility that next Saturday's final send-off for David Tennant, is there going to be a regeneration in that one? Will it immediately just, I would imagine there would be, the setup for the 15th Doctor, is that going to do anything, or has the damage already been done? I think we can tell by the ratings. It's right there. Remember, this is also, this is supposed to be a 3-part anniversary special. Not just any anniversary. Not like a 23rd anniversary. Not like a 45th anniversary. This is a 60th anniversary. This time, 10 years ago, to celebrate the 50th anniversary. Doctor Who was pulling 12.8 and 11.14 million viewers. How far this franchise has fallen. But all of the creepy anime profile pictures, your single name monikers who just want to applaud this as, oh my god, you're triggering the chuds that are out there. Congratulations, you get the fucking franchise for however fleeting it's gonna still be out there that you fucking deserve. Sucks to suck, I guess. Thank God for the people that still enjoy this franchise. You got all of this good stuff that's out there, minus the Dr. Karen run. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.